Okay, this video is going to be called Journal Club. We're going to talk about GLP-1s and we're going to talk about fiber and butyrate. I'll also briefly mention a few other things. Basically, I had a whole stack of papers sitting on my desk, and I read all these papers. I just want to get through them all, and I think you're going to find this very helpful. So GLP-1 is also like the real hot popular drug right now, the Ozempic and all that related stuff, semaglutides. And what I'm going to tell you is, I agree with Dr. Medulla. I think the whole thing's kind of a big joke. Just eat dietary fiber. Now you're going to ask yourself, well, why? Because dietary fiber causes butyrate to be produced by your gut bacteria, and then the butyrate causes the intestinal L-type cells to secrete glucagon-like peptide type 1, and that makes you skinny. So why poison yourself with Gila monster venom when all you got to do is eat more fiber? And we all know for a fact that people who eat low-fat, plant-based diets, they're skinny. You know, 1 billion out of 1 billion rice-eating Asians are skinny. The populations that eat other plant foods are skinny too, low-fat plant foods. You know, if you eat high-fat plant foods, you can get fat, like nuts and seeds or oils or any of that stuff. But if you eat low-fat plant foods, the entire population, usually everybody's skinny. And it's pretty simple to do. I'll show you some more papers. Oh, here's just one paper. I thought this was a really good diagram right here. So they're showing this VSL number 3 was a probiotic. A probiotic means bacteria. So prebiotic is the food you feed the bacteria. Probiotic, pro-life is the bacteria itself. Okay, postbiotic is the thing the bacteria makes, like the short-chain fatty acids, like butyrate. Okay, and so, you know, it's so obvious what's the best thing to do. So all these papers are written in an attempt to sell a drug. They want to sell, probiotics. They want to sell you bacteria. They want you to drink bacteria. Why drink bacteria when you can just eat plant foods? Okay, so let's see. So this article shows you what happens that the short-chain fatty acids, the butyrate, lead to the L cells making GLP-1s. That slows down gastric emptying, increases your insulin, decreases your glucagon, improves your blood sugars, makes you less hungry, and you lose weight. Okay, so there it is. And that's just one paper. I'm going to show you several other papers, some similar type stuff. Okay, use of dietary fiber is reducing the risk of cancer. Eating more dietary fiber, a high dietary fiber intake, reduces most of the common cancers. Listen to this. It lowers the risk of esophageal cancer, gastric cancer, colon cancer, rectal cancer, colorectal, adenomas, colon polyps, breast cancer, endometrial cancer, that's uterine cancer, ovarian cancer, renal cell, kidney cancer, prostate cancer, pancreatic cancer. Everybody wants that. So it's obvious. Why not eat the fiber? Why mess around with all these supplements? Just eat what you're designed to eat. Eat these plant foods. So again, here it is. Prebiotic is the fiber itself. Probiotic is the bacteria. Postbiotic is the stuff that the bacteria make, like the short-chain fatty acids. It's not rocket science. It's like they're always trying to sell something. Protective role of butyrate in obesity and diabetes. Okay. Studies have shown that when people have, they're fat and they're eating a high-fat diet and they're diabetic, they've got bad bacteria in the gut. You only need to know 2 types of gut bacteria. 1 is good gut bacteria that are fed on fiber. 2 is bad gut bacteria that are fed on animal foods, oils, and processed foods. Okay? The good gut bacteria, they eat dietary fiber. There's only fiber in plants. There's no fiber in animal foods. There's very little in processed foods. So just eat the plant foods, and you'll get the good gut bacteria, and they will make the short-chain fatty acid, the butyrate, and that will protect your intestinal lining. That will optimize your blood glucose management and optimize your body weight. That's what you want to do. Butyrate is a major end product of dietary fiber, bacterial fermentation in the large intestine, and is the primary energy source for colonocytes. That means the intestinal cells that line the colon. It plays a key role in reducing glycemia, high blood sugar, and improving body weight control and insulin sensitivity. Okay, so they talk about supplementing with butyrate. Why supplement with butyrate when you can just eat the plant fiber? Okay. Okay, here's another article on butyrate. Butyrate enhances intestinal barrier function and mucosal immunity. Yeah, the butyrate maintains the tight junctions in the gut so you don't get leaky gut, which would predispose you to autoimmune disease, predispose you to allergies, predispose you to LPS and LTA, bacterial endotoxins, get into your blood, causing amyloid transformation of your fibrinogen clotting protein and causing blood clotting. So it's all good. It does all good things. And by the way, the butyrate travels through your blood, goes up to your brain, and it maintains the blood-brain barrier intact as well. So it's double good. Good for your gut barrier, good for your blood-brain barrier. It's exactly what you want. Short-chain fatty acids are about 65% of the energy requirements of colonic epithelial cells. Okay. The other short-chain fatty acids are not as important. The propionate actually has some antifungal properties. Acetate is just readily, made into energy. It's like the 2-carbon unit for making whatever the liver wants to make with that. Let's see what else. Anything else interesting here? Butyrate alleviates diet-induced obesity, reduces insulin resistance, so that's all good. It was able to reverse high-fat diet-induced obesity. It downregulates the fatty receptor, PPAR gamma. It promotes burning of fats rather than building of fats. In vitro and in vivo studies have shown that butyrate enhances the secretion of glucagon-like peptide, GLP-1s. And GLP-1 is a hormone secreted mostly by enteroendocrine L cells in the intestinal lining in the distal gut. It has multiple biological effects, including insulinotropic effects, releasing more insulin, a reduction in appetite, and inhibition of gastric emptying. So it prevents you from it makes you less hungry. Okay. So, anyways, I think I got a couple more papers real quick. Those were sort of the most important ones. Here's just a paper talking about using melatonin as a medication to treat non-small cell lung cancer. Okay. And so basically, read between the lines. What are they saying? They're saying sleep helps you to heal a cancer, to prevent a cancer, to control a cancer, to prevent it from spreading and growing. So try to get your sleep. But not everybody can sleep well. Some people have had damage to their pineal gland from excessive drinking of fluoridated water. The fluoride causes calcification, accelerates calcification of the pineal gland and can damage it, okay? So that's one of the problems. Should you supplement this or not? It's still in the experimental phase, but I'm making the point. This is why people who work the night shift have a lot more cancer. This is one of the reasons. I'm not going to get into all the treatment. It's still an experimental thing, but there's some potential. And melatonin is a very powerful thing. It's released by the pineal gland, goes into the blood, travels through the blood. It's amphiphilic, goes into the cells, crosses the plasma membrane, crosses the mitochondrial membrane, and then has an antioxidant effect inside of the mitochondria. It improves mitochondrial function. And it has additional properties here where it's shown that it helps to kill cancer cells, improve immune system function, prevent metastatic disease, and all these research studies. Okay, one last thing here on steps. In general, about 2,200 steps is 1 mile. Average person walks less than 5,000 steps in the Western world. If you walk 10,000 or more steps a day, you tend to have less depression. You're going to be more likely to sleep better. You'll get the exercise. You'll build up more endurance. It's a chance to read if you're on a treadmill. It's a chance to go outside and get some sun if you go outside. So it's good to walk more. Myself, like today, I walked 6 miles, okay? Besides all the walking I do just automatically as part of my day, I walked an additional 6 miles. I really like walking. I know I sleep better, and I can read if I'm on a treadmill, and if I'm outdoors, I get sunshine. So either way, I like it. So here's just a paper showing it lowers the risk of depression. So anyways, I think I'm going to do more of these journal clubs. Just whenever I have a stack of papers, I'll look for a theme within the group of papers and just make one of these journal club talks. Hope you found it helpful.